What's going on, my beautiful people? We got another banger video here for y'all. And this time, we're going over a topic that I've seen everywhere on these social medias that I'm sure we are all aware of, that people don't know how to talk to people no more. And this is how I overcame my own fear of rejection. A little backstory on myself. I ain't always look, you know what I'm saying, a little solid like this. So I had to work on myself. And I'm 5'7". So like, when it comes to cold approaches, you gotta be a bad motherfucker to be 5'7" getting cold approaches. So that's why I'm gonna give you a little free $1 million worth of game for the $9.99 or for a subscribe. So I used to be crippling fear of just talking to people in person. If you dove heavily into video games, I even say corn, social media apps, all of these things kind of disconnect people. Whether you want to admit, oh, I really like video games, but I'm not addicted. I really like porn, but I'm not addicted. I really like scrolling on social media, but I'm not addicted. It doesn't matter if you're fucking addicted. You're using them, and they affect you. Like, people just can't separate the two, no. And then there's people that are addicted, and it really affects them. You know, there's varies between the two. There's not just one or the other. That's a whole other conversation. But needless to say, these things affect the way we subconsciously interact with other humans. So in order to cold approach, to get over the fact that you have to put yourself out there, you have to psychologically tell yourself, one, I either go and say something to this person, this woman, this beautiful, like you'll see a beautiful girl, right? Let's say, for example, see a beautiful girl in the bar, or at the bookstore, let's take alcohol out of it, or at the gym. And you'll more than likely talk yourself out of talking to her because, that's really, she's kind of not really my type, you know, what would be the point of talking to her anyway, or what can I even do for her, you know, or like, what would I even say? But the entire thing is, would you rather beat yourself up or face rejection? Because for me personally, and I'm sure similar to you, for watching this shit fucks you up, bro. Especially when you see a girl that's really pretty, attractive, and you want to go say something you didn't, and you know that's your manly desire to go and approach a woman to introduce yourself. You want her to know, I want to know your name. And when you don't do that, it eats you up, bro. And I just couldn't sit with the fact that it eats me up hella more than it would to face rejection. Because if you face, the more rejections you face, you realize rejection's not that bad. Especially when you come out of rejection and you're like, well, shit, I actually feel a lot better that I said something, rather than go home and be like, fuck, man. Because if you're like me, I would think about that girl for the rest of the day. Like, god damn it, man. I should have said something to her. She was so pretty, she was so fine. She even kind of looked at me, I feel like, you know, like, why didn't I say something? Versus, oh, I went over there, I said something, she wasn't interested, she had a boyfriend. But that's okay, because it wasn't really about her. It was really about you. This shit was all about you. Another thing is, the more you jump out in traffic, the more you get hit. You're not gonna ever get hit if you don't jump out in traffic. So if you want to get better at approaching women, to get better socially, to be able to find a partner not over social media or over these dating apps, meet somebody in real life, you're gonna have to build that muscle of cold approaching, of meeting people with strangers. And this is a tip. It's not just about meeting potential partners. And that's the thing that I have to unlearn too, because a lot of times we'll get in the habit of only talking to, or only thinking about talking to women that you're attracted to. Talk to strangers in general. Like, it builds that muscle. And granted, we live in a world, you have to understand this, we live in a world now that is like, why are you talking to me? We don't have to talk, we don't have to engage at all. We really are all socially disconnected to the point where you talk to somebody in the elevator, they're thinking, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? And it's very strange, but you have to accept that that is not your fate. You know, like, you cannot let the way in which we live within this world dictate the way you live within this world. Because if you would appreciate it, if you're like me, I appreciated the world that I never got to exist in, where nobody had a phone, where everybody lived in a moment. People talk to people because that's all we could do. I yearn for that, a life that I never lived. And the only way that you end up fulfilling that version of yourself is to jump out there and put yourself out there. You have to. You know, you have to say hello to that stranger. And not only a stranger you're attracted to, it could be a stranger that is 75 and she has a nice set of shoes on, you know, or she just has a nice smell or aroma, like, you know, or even a bro, like, bro, I fuck with the physique, or, you know, you seem like, where you headed, you know, just having small talk conversation. This builds a rapport to just talk to strangers in general, because that's all these women are just strangers that you're trying to introduce yourself to. So the more strangers you talk to, the more you'll be able to get better at talking to strangers in a world where we don't talk to fucking strangers. Let's get back to the real on the mating process. You gotta be a volume shooter. You gotta know your fucking attributes. As I said earlier, I'm 5'7". I wasn't always as buff. That's kind of a perk. I kind of got a decent face card depending on the time of month that I'm on, if I got a haircut or not. So like, I have to shoot shots. I'm a volume shooter. All my homies know I am a volume shooter. I'm not the guy that can sit in the corner and order farm I talked to one girl like, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying, I thought you looked good. I want to say what's up. Nah, nigga. I'm a volume shooter. I'm saying hello to hella bitches. I'm gonna keep it a stack. I'm just gonna be the guy that speaks, pivots. What's up? I'm Mason. Nice to meet you. You look good. Where you coming from? Da da da. And it was cool. Nice to meet you. Then I'm going on to other vibes. I'm going on meet other people because that's just my way of shooting. You have to know your ball, man. I know my package. I'll drop 30 off of 15 shots. You know what I'm saying? That's 50. That's 50-50. But I know a nigga that'll make 18 off of 6 attempts. All threes. You know what I'm saying? If you want to, he 100% for the field. I just know my body. I'm a volume shooter. I got to put more reps in than the average man. But that's okay because if you know how to roll, you know how to play your role, you'll be the leading scorer. Hey, that's free game right there. You can't nerf yourself by being aware of what you do and don't have. If you're not the 6'5", mind my glaze, a Duke Dennis ass nigga, you know what I'm saying? I can just sit back and only take selective shots. Why would you play that? That's not your role, gang. That's not my role. I know I can't be the nigga to sit back and not shoot no shot, especially with my crew. They know I'm the nigga that's gonna say something first. I'm the nigga that's gonna get the vibes going. I'm an MC. This my boy right here. Da da da. I'm a put in Klay Thompson. I'm gonna put in my Ray Allen. Boom. Oh, okay. He got Ray Allen with him. Oh, this little friendly motherfucker. He a bad motherfucker. We all score. You gotta know your role in this game too. That's another thing. That's when you playing team ball. But regardless, you gotta take your skill set into the world you live in too, though. You know what I'm saying? I think volume shooting can help anybody, but there is some people that can and cannot choose to be selective with their shots. You know, sometimes you gotta shoot that bitch. But yeah, man, just positive reinforcement within yourself to know that like I'm doing this for me, to build a rapport, to strengthen something within myself. If you feel like it bothers you that you don't talk to or code approach people, that's something that is internal. Fuck all the external shit. You go out there, you say something, you approach people because it's something that you want to build in this life that you're in. And then also knowing how to operate within the team, knowing your role within society, and not in a bad way, but it's just a reality, bro. You gotta have a reality check, gang. It's cool to have a reality check because it comes out making star players, bro. Everybody cannot be LeBron. But Bron wasn't the one that rings without fucking Kyrie. Just gonna keep it stacked. And my last bit of advice, bro, I'm gonna say it is. Like anything in life, if you wanna do something, the best thing you can do is just put your fucking shoes on. You wanna start going to the gym, put your fucking shoes on. You wanna walk down the street, go to the library, put your fucking shoes on. If you wanna go and start a business, I guess it'll be opening your computer. Or just do the first thing. If you don't know what the fuck to say to this person, just say hello. I promise you it's not as awkward as you think because some people are yearning for the same thing that you're yearning for and they'll be happy to just have somebody talk to them in a normal way in which a world we don't live in. So I hope it helps, you know what I'm saying? Definitely take some of my advice, implement it, let me know if it helps you out, and then come back, fuck with me, like, and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. And it also helps push the video out to more people who can benefit from this advice. So I'll see you on the next one, man. Peace.